What's going on out there, YouTube family? I am Samuel here, back again for another review for Falcon and the Winter Soldier. This was episode 5. It's only one episode left, only one. And this episode was good. I think it was a really good episode because, like, they literally started off right from where we left off. Like, I mean, we all were wondering, like, did John Walker feel any remorse? Did he feel like he was justified in doing what he did? And essentially, like, he felt like he knew he did wrong. He knew he did it out of emotion, but the ends justified the means, essentially. It was kind of like he justified that within his own head and his own heart, lying to himself that he avenged his friend. He really technically didn't. And what's crazier is that they got into a whole scuffle with John Walker, Bucky, and Falcon. And to be honest with you, he put up a good fight, bro. Like, if they hadn't been working together, I don't know if they would have won. So it's going to be very interesting to see where things actually go from this point, because now it's a situation where, you know, Bucky went and he is helping out Sam to try to figure out, you know, where to move forward. In addition to that, like helping him out with the boat. It was some really good, cool moments, like with Bucky. This was a Bucky and Falcon episode. Like, this was Sam and Bucky through and through. Like, it was actually really, really good conversation. Sam actually went and revisited somebody, had a really detailed, like, thought and concept and, like, real questions, like real ironed out questions that I was really pleased by. There was a line of dialogue that kind of happened during, like, a training montage between Bucky and Sam that I kind of was like, the way that it was written really heavy-handed. Like, I get it, but me speaking as a black man, I don't know that it was necessary. Because then it's kind of like, it felt like something's being given versus, like, just saying an open space. But I did appreciate them for trying to use the dialogue as much as, like, the conversation that Sam has with the secret character. In addition to that, John Walker is also in a situation where, like, he's being reprimanded for what he did and his actions. And it's kind of like, from what this universe has shown and proven, that soldiers that are good get thrown under the bus all the time. And technically, they didn't give him the opportunity to speak his piece. The only thing that is messing him up is that his justification about what he did. And he's not able to admit it to himself, and he's not able to admit it to anybody else. But what was heartbreaking is when he had a conversation with Lamar's parents. I think that was really heartbreaking. And it was sad. It was just straight up sad. And there is a mid-credit sequence. Definitely go and check it out. It doesn't necessarily lead anywhere, but it does leave off on a very interesting note, as much as the very final sequence with Sam and some very weird and interesting training montages with some really good stunt actors that I could appreciate. But I think the meat and potatoes for me was the conversations of this episode. I mean, definitely some cool action moments and definitely a good fight in the beginning. But to me, it was the content and fleshing out what's about to go down. And now it's like all the cards are on the table. Hopefully this has a very dope ending. And I think that for me, it was a really good episode. I give it a 9 out of 10. I really enjoyed episode 5 more than I thought I actually would. All right. I'll talk to you guys later. Keep it locked. JVS Swing Style.